Now, I know what you might be thinking. A guy like me, with, being the way that I am, being a heavier set guy, I wouldn't be able to do well in this competition. Well, you're wrong, my friends, because I have two distinct advantages over everybody. One, once my legs start going, they don't stop. Trust me. I've been out with walks on with my family, and the second thing that I have in my advantage is because of those long walks with my family, I have a very big stride. Like, I will just walk and I'll be miles ahead of my parents. So I can hit 3 miles per hour. Easy. No problem. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Daniel Strong from QuickTime Reactions. And yeah, busy weekend this weekend. I've already mentioned it in a lot of other videos. But yeah, the second movie that I watched today is The Long Walk. This is the movie adaptation of one of Stephen King's very first stories, although he didn't publish it under Stephen King. He actually, if I remember correctly, it was in the Bachman stories or Bachman books. And that's when he used an alias. Richard Bachman was the name that he used in publishing The Long Walk. This movie stars Cooper Hoffman, David Johnson, Ben Wang, Roman Griffith Davis, Garrett Waring, Josh Hamilton, Judy Greer, and Mark Hamill. Set in a dystopian world, the finest and strongest men across the country sign up for a once-in-a-lifetime contest that could change their lives forever. A whole lot of cash and one wish for anything that they could ever want. But the challenge is they have to walk for a very long time. Boils down to this: walk or die. Who survives till the end? So, like I said in my intro, this is based off of a Stephen King story, even though he published it under Richard Bachman. And so this is the third Stephen King's esque story that I'm reviewing this year on the channel. Like, I had The Monkey earlier, really early this year, I think in February. And then we had Life of Chuck in the middle of the year, which, by the way, if you have not checked out my Life of Chuck review, I highly suggest that you do, because it is a really, really good review. And Life of Chuck is probably one of my favorite films of the year so far. We have this movie, and then we have Edgar Wright's Running Man later this year. So lots of Stephen King. Not to mention we have the It series that's coming to HBO Max at some point in the future. So yeah, we have a lot of Stephen King this year. This movie is absolutely amazing. It's really, really good. And I think it boils down to four distinctive pieces into why it's really good. Number one is the writing in this. The script was done by J.T. Molnar, who wrote and directed one of my favorite movies from a couple of years back called Strange Darling. If I had my YouTube channel back then, I probably would have covered Strange Darling because it was really, really good. His writing in this is so, so good. And everybody has a distinct, those who like last long in the walk, have very distinctive personalities. And I don't know if Molnar pulled any of this from King's story or not, but it's really, really good writing. Everyone has like a really good speech in this. Pete has a couple of good speeches. Ray has some good speeches throughout. There's just good banter between everybody. It's just really, really good writing. And the second part that leads into that is just the rapport of the cast. Like, everybody is so on point with trying to win this contest while also just trying to be, joking around and having fun with, their new buddies that they're going to be friends with for like a little bit. While also all doing all that while walking. That is absolutely amazing work by everybody in the cast. But the main person that I really want to highlight is David Johnson. This kid is going to go places. He, out of the two movies that I have seen him in, this and Alien Romulus, he's got something. There's just no question about it. This dude can capture your attention in a heartbeat. He is so good in this movie. Not to take anything away from Hoffman or even Hamill when he shows up here and there, or anybody else in the cast. David Johnson just commands your attention on this screen. He is absolutely amazing in this movie. If you go and see this movie, you should see it for his performance alone, because it is really, really good. Third reason why this works out so well is the director that they got. Francis Lawrence was the director of this movie, and if that name rings a bell to any of you, is because, well, he has a history with dystopian movies, because he has been the director for the Hunger Games movies ever since the second one came out. He did all of the mainline movies. He did Songbirds and Snakes, and he's going to be doing Sunrise of the Reaping coming out relatively soonish. So he has a firm grip on, how to build a dystopian world while also making friendships in that dystopian world and making them work. And just the way that, he depicts what happens in the walk when, some people get their ticket. Sometimes you see it far away from, perspective of the people that are walking. Other times you get a real nice close-up look at this. This movie is rated PG-13, but when it shows violence, it shows violence. Like, it is very, very violent. Like, whew, I was not expecting to see like the amount of gore in this. Granted, it's not like, horror movie level gore with like guts like spilling out all over the place. Nothing like that, but yeah, it's very blunt and in your face about it. And then the fourth thing is the score that is underneath it. Now, I can't remember the exact name of the guy that did the score for this movie, but he did an absolutely amazing job scoring this movie throughout. But what really sealed it for me as a really good movie score, and what fit it so well, is that ending scene when the winner of the walk is determined. It is so good and fits that moment so well, that it elevates the score from being like, okay, or not, well, no, I wouldn't necessarily say okay, to like good to a great score. And I'm a music nerd, so I always listen to the score whenever I get the chance or whenever I notice a really good theme going on in the background. Um, but yeah, the score in this movie is absolutely incredible in this, and it really elevates tension. It elevates the emotional moments as well, and it just does what a score needs to do. It elevates moments in the movie to make them even better. So, yeah, that is my review of The Long Walk. Um, Absolutely amazing performances from the cast, amazing writing, amazing direction, a really good world setup um, for this story, as well as a really, really good score. I highly suggest that you go and check out this movie this weekend because it is it is really good, and it is probably one of the better King adaptations to the screen that I've seen in quite some time. Even though I'm relatively new to horror and to King's translations into film, this is probably one of his better ones. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys thought about The Long Walk. But yeah, that is pretty much it for me. Be safe out there, and word of advice, if you are going to do this contest, my advice to you is to maybe stock up on like maybe a type of medicine that just turns your poos into diarrhea so that it would just become liquid, and so you can just like poo liquid out of your butt and it'll just run down your leg. Just my advice here. And I will see you guys next time.